starter Alex McCool was a conference championship. Birmingham, so Michigan will receive as Mevis will start the afternoon, kicking away to Malone. Malone on the return as he splits would-be tacklers and has a good return out near the 35-yard line. Practice before he came into the game against Houston back on Mother's Day and pulled off that incredible victory. Play action, he's going to launch it downfield to open the game, and a flag comes in as he was looking for Deon Kane.
Hey, down here, let's talk.
I got holding on the defense, number 14.
DJ Miller was on coverage for Michigan.
56 and 14 defense.
Correct.
56 offense will offset, replay first down.
Correct.
14 defense.
Correct.
56 offense.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Ineligible player downfield, number 56. Offense, holding, defense, number 14. Those fouls will offset. Replay first down.
Well, that holding on the outside was on Deon Kane. DJ Miller doing everything he can to try to stop the best receiver in the UFL. Jay Sternberger, another big play tight end, and Breland Speaks back in action, the former defensive player of the year. And like we mentioned, we heard from Acho earlier, Adonis Alexander, best corner, an early scratch this morning.
Here's the attempt to get it out into space to Person. Of course, Breland Speaks, former second-round NFL draft pick by Kansas City.
And I just mentioned Breland Speaks being healthy. Left tackle Armani Prelu is back in the lineup. That is good news because Speaks is going to line up over the top of him almost every single time. This offensive line has bounced around a little bit with injuries, but now they're back in the spots they want to be in and as healthy as they've been in a few weeks.
Armani, who had active NFL roster time with the Cleveland Browns. 2nd and 10. Ricky Person trying to get to that edge, and he is able to turn the corner as a flag rains in. He was chopped down by
Result of the play for first down. Number 8.
Holding, number 8. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
Deon Kane, the wide receiver, was trying to seal that edge.
Well, you can tell how much of a battle that's going to be because just a couple plays ago, it was DJ Miller that was holding Deon Kane on that shot play on the first play of the game, and now Deon Kane getting wrapped up. Good blocking up front there, but those long runs always bust when the receivers out there block well. That time got a little too much jersey.
USFL Conference Championship game between these two rivals. Birmingham's been getting the best of Michigan for the last 3 years. Winner will advance to next Saturday night's UFL Championship game in St. Louis. Second and 16 after the penalty. Smith drives that ball to the 14-yard line where it's caught by Deon Kane, tackled immediately by DJ Miller.
And a really good job there by Jamar Smith getting rid of that one with pressure coming on his left side. And Kane making a really good catch in traffic. 3rd and long here. This is where Birmingham was so good 2 weeks ago. 3rd and long and 3rd down. They were 11 of 13. 8 of those came from 3rd and 10 plus. See if they can keep the hot streak going.
3rd and 11. A-gap pressure is picked up and getting it quickly to the outside to Kane. That is a first down for Birmingham.
Well, Deon Kane is an all-UFL selection because of his deep threat ability. This time threatening vertical, but then stopping it. Little comeback route on the outside. Had DJ Miller turned around. See Miller there trying to stay over the top of number 8 because that's where he's most dangerous. But once again, a 3rd and long that Birmingham is able to convert against this good Michigan defense.
14-yard reception by the former Clemson star. And here is Smith as he kicks it and was just tripped up at the 34-yard line.
Let's go Lou.
Kendrick Whitehead
Lou
getting in
Ham.
there.
Let's go Lou Ham, Ohio, 14 follow. Lou Ham, Ohio, 14 follow.
Ohio, 14 follow on, ready? One. Omaha.
2nd and 5 as they go with the jet motion, and that is pursued by the front of Michigan as Davis was tackled immediately. Looks like a loss of about a half a yard.
Well, anytime you got a really good defensive front, you want to try to attack the perimeter, right? So you can tell the plan early for Birmingham is keep this game on the perimeter, get away from that really good defensive front. There's a reason they're #1 in the UFL against the rush. That front four is tough to move. Get them going lateral, and then you try to get up inside of them with the run.
3rd down and 6. Smith, man in his face as he launches it, and it's off the fingertips of Ricky Person Jr. Tarpley, the safety, had coverage.
Yeah, you see Whitehead's going to blitz right here, so the matchup is going to be Tarpley, the safety, on running back Ricky Person. The ball is perfectly thrown, but Ricky Person, he's a running back. He's not used to tracking that ball over the shoulder in tight coverage. Just not able to come down with it. The ball was on the money from Jamar Smith, though.
So that brings out Colby Wadman, who has a lot of NFL experience with the Raiders, the Niners, the Commanders. 143 punts in his NFL career as he umbrella rockets this all the way to the 7-yard line, where Malone fakes the reverse, and look at this return by Xavier Malone. And Michigan is going to be set up past midfield.
Boy, a lot of times in these big games, special teams is the difference maker. And a big play here by Michigan. Reverse on a punt. Breaks contain. Just the fake of the reverse there allowed them to get the edge. And this sets up great field position for Bryce Perkins in this Michigan offense.
A 54-yard return by Malone. As Tawa surges ahead.
10%.
Offense coordinator Marcel Belfay,
Rex class zone check.
one of the best in the UFL. The thing I love about this offense is they have so many ways to create conflict, right? This is an RPO-based offense, and with a mobile quarterback, if you're on the second level of the defense, sometimes you don't know where the ball's going. Is Bryce keeping it? Are they throwing it? Does a great job of keeping you guessing.
Second and 4. Perkins, as he gets it complete for a first down to Jalen Moore, and Sam Acho's with his family.
So I'm here with Bryce Perkins' family. This is Paul Perkins and Miss Lynette, and also Paul Jr. We're yelling and screaming. What are the emotions y'all are feeling as you're watching your son play?
We're excited. You know, this is a big game for them. We're working to get to the championship. I think we're going to do it today, so we are very excited.
And Lynette, this is your first game, correct?
My first game, yes. I have a dog at home, so unfortunately I haven't been able to get to any of the games.
There's Tawa on first down, just goes ahead for 2 yards.
So we're going to stay with you, Miss Lynette. I see your eyes are dialed in. So you saw last play, that, you know, first time you said, go, baby, go, baby. But what was it like watching him growing up?
Just like it is right now. You know, we've been there from Pop Warner on, and so to see him do this today it's not surprising. You know, we're happy to see him do what he does on the field. We've been watching him forever, so yeah, it's exciting.
And you said this was your first game, but tell us why this is your first game.
Well, this is my first game because I have a dog at home, and usually someone has to stay home. My dog doesn't like the kennel, so I would rather not see him in the kennel. Sorry.
And Paul, you've been to the Memphis game you mentioned earlier. This is your second game. What's this experience like for you? You played in the NFL. You have another son who played in the NFL. Then Bryce obviously played in the NFL. What's it like for you watching your sons succeed?
You know, it's a great feeling to know that all the hard work that they've put in, and then also the time as parents has invested, right, in the practices and all that. It's great to see him live out his dream.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
3rd and 3. And here is their son, Bryce Perkins, on the slant. Gets it complete to Hicatini. And it's going to be 1st and goal, Michigan.
Boy, watch the motion. It's going to pull out the linebacker, and they're just going to replace it with a slant route to Hicatini. Again, so many ways this offense, through motion, through emptying out the backfield, affects that second level. Marcel Belfay, offensive coordinator, has a long history in the CFL. And if you watch a CFL game, guys move all over the place before the snap. You see a lot of that with Michigan as well.
1st and goal. Tawa right into the end zone. First score of the postseason. Tawa, who has been outstanding since joining this roster. Now his 7th rushing touchdown.
Yeah, UFL leading 7th touchdown. Another great story, a guy that was sleeping on the couch working at a golf course before he got a call has made an impact immediately.
Ortho home defense conversion attempt. And out into the flats to Hicatini, the guy who set them up for 1st and goal with his reception, and it's 7-zip Panthers.
Boy, that first touchdown run, great vision by Tawa. That ball is supposed to go to the left, the vision to get back to the right, and then the RPO to pay it off. Bryce Perkins is a wizard in the RPO game, and there's the touchdown that set it up. Michigan jumps on the board early here, and they give the Stallions into the playoff.
Here we go. Let's go Linda. Indy even. Let's go tell it. Go rock. Rock yo. Indy even. Rock yo. Indy even.
Part of his success is how well he knows Skip Holtz. Their relationship, when a play is called, Jamar knows not just what the play is, but what Skip wants to achieve with the play, where he's looking for the ball to go. They're in sync right now.
All right, from detailing cars and working at Dunkin' Donuts to now this. Here is Marable as he slithers his way out near the 35-yard line.
No, guys, everybody talks about the quarterback position at any level of football, but this is a team that has worked through 5 quarterbacks and find themselves in the divisional playoff. That's just not coaching. That's having 5 good quarterbacks.
Yep.
YN, Cleveland even. On one, ready?
Alex Magoo on injured reserve was the starter. Matt Corral left in week 4. He's back now. Case Cookus was injured. Andrew Peasley was a backup. He came in injured. Now Jamar Smith. 2nd down, Marable on the carry. Flags come in from all over the place. Noah Dawkins, the face mask.
Tack on the defense, yes. We're going to tack on from here.
Personal foul, face mask, number 10. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Yeah, that's Noah Dawkins, who has had his role increase since Frank Ginda, the best linebacker for Michigan, went down mid-season. So fast, just trying to make a play there on Marable. Got way up too high with that left arm, but this is an area that Birmingham wants to establish the run. They weren't able to do that a couple weeks ago. A lot of the explosive plays that they create on offense come off the play action. And although Michigan is so good up front against the run, they need to get that going to hit those shot plays downfield.
Treveson chest cam is on Noah Dawkins today. 1st down, straight ahead is Williams as he's out to the 40-yard line. True Vision, chest cam, just more of the all access to enjoy.
And a great little vantage point of seeing a wide receiver line up in the backfield there. That was Marlon Williams, one of those wrinkles that Birmingham just rolled out a couple weeks ago against Michigan.
Seattle even spin. On one, ready?
Was also wondering how much they were going to build off it. Looks like they have.
A good look at what a 312-pound right tackle looks like when he's coming downhill at you. That was Christian DeLauro who engaged with Dawkins. Keep it on the ground with Marable as he goes ahead for 3 yards.
No, Jordan, a couple other things, too, that have shown up. You've noticed a little slow mesh from the backfield, a little wrinkle from the quarterback in the back for Birmingham. But then that time we saw Amari Rogers, a slot receiver, lining up in the offset back formation.
And I love what that does, because against a good run defense, what you don't want to do is tip them where you're going. If the running back lines up to the left of the quarterback, usually it's a run to the right. But if you have two guys in the backfield, now the defense has to be even, and you're able to create an advantage.
They do it again with Marlon Williams, the receiver who's in the backfield with Marable, and he will get the carry. And he's met at the line of scrimmage, tried to keep the leg drive going, but the pursuit down the line that included Breland Speaks and Kai Nakua.
Breland Speaks has yet to get that first sack upon his return. Again, the former Defensive Player of the Year, but that time he set the edge and then threw Armani Prelude to the ground, who he's 6'6", 308.
Yes.
That's a big man you just toss to the side.
Real move, Apollo even.
You see there, 9.5 sacks last year. He's been out since week 2. Played a little bit against Michigan, or excuse me, against the Stallions a couple weeks ago, and last week his first full game back.
2nd and long. Smith down the near sideline, reaching out for it was Kane, but he was out of bounds. Coverage came from D. Delaney.
And this is great coverage from D. Delaney. We mentioned it pregame. Adonis Alexander, the best DB or best corner for Michigan, was a scratch this morning in warm-up. So D. Delaney was just signed this last week. Great job covering one of the best wide receivers in the UFL.
Colin Bauer, defensive coordinator for Michigan, his 2nd year calling the defense. Led the UFL in rushing defense. They were last in pass defense. 3rd down and 10. Smith, downfield, wide open, but overthrows the intended target, Amari Rodgers.
Boy, Amari Rodgers makes a cardinal sin, but you see the pressure that came first. You knew there was going to be somebody one-on-one, and as Amari Rodgers turns back to the quarterback, he does what we call a mailbox. Throws his left hand up, but what he does there, he slows down. Just run out of that break. Trust that that ball's coming. Trust that you have a step on the safety. You can see the disappointment from Jamar Smith.
Doesn't take the perfect ball.
So that brings on Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker. And he's off the mark from 56 yards out. The former first-team All-American at Mizzou. Let's check in with our betting analyst, Aaron Dolan.
Well, right now on ESPN Bet, you can bet.
Rivals, Birmingham's gotten the best out of them for 7 straight games. Michigan back on offense with Bryce Perkins. Play action. Perkins dealing with a tender ankle, trying to extend the play, and has to throw it away. Lukes.
Yeah, Tess, Jamar, obviously it's a game of inches, right? On that deep corner route, where was the disconnect between you and Armani Rodgers?
I just got to give him a better chance. I tried to put a lot of air on it. I saw it wasn't nobody over the top, but he really didn't have anybody to run the route on. I tried to give him a chance. I just got to be a better ball placer for me.
A couple new wrinkles from you guys on offense, some wide receivers in the backfield, a little slow mesh backfield action. What have you gauged from how Michigan's defended you so far?
Just trying to play chess, really. Just trying to figure out what they're doing and trying to counterattack and just execute better.
All right, thanks, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Saw the replay of that missed opportunity. 2nd down. Quickly out into space to Hicatini, who's been an early target for Bryce Perkins. And it looks like he's going to be close to that line to gain as we come to the end of the first quarter. Winner advantage. Let's see if Bryce Perkins can deliver. Passes off of it and gets it complete to Malik Turner.
12, go, 12.
Stephen Gilmore was there defensively.
Rip belly stem option, pistol, right trig wing, rip belly stem option.
So, Coach, talk us through now this first down play.
So we're going to be 12 personnel. We're going to split the formation. We've got an RPO off the inside linebacker where we're either going to hand it or we're going to throw a 3-receiver concept out here to the left.
And what is Bryce looking at?
10 seconds.
I'll let him.
Tawan 1st down. He is met near the line of scrimmage.
Give me 11.
Hey!
Lexi, empty, nasty. We're going to go Lucy, Indiana money. Lexi, empty, nasty, Lucy, Indiana money.
thought process on this play, Coach?
So we've got a quarters beater on the front side, basically 2 ends, and we've got a man beater up top. So he's gonna have to take a pull. So right now he's got quarters. We're trying to get at least half of them back.
Copy.
2nd and 10. Marcel Belfay with Sam Acho giving us the play calls in advance. Perkins, flag is down as he drives the ball complete to the 29-yard line to former Louisville star Cole Hicatini.
Number 90 lined up in the neutral zone. 90 lined up in the
Decline it. Offside, number 90. Defense lined up in the neutral zone. Penalties decline. Result of play, 1st down.
That's Bradley and Nye.
And a great play call there by Marcel Belfay. He got the quarters look that he wanted. Was able to isolate a second-level linebacker and make the right read there.
Show the back free releasing as if he's running a swing and bring him back in late and run an RPO.
Okay, so window dressing.
Exactly.
Colburn on 1st down. And it seemed like they were looking for a face mask there, but no flag comes in. And Jarberry was there with the tackle.
So, Coach, there's a lot of excitement up here, yelling, screaming, but you seem so calm. There was a face mask that we didn't see called. What emotions do you feel as you call these plays?
I have to go ahead and get my next play call. I'm always trying to think one play ahead. So here I'm already thinking about the 1st down call as well.
5 seconds.
Call.
2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground with Colburn, who was just tripped up after a gain of 1.5 yards by Sanders.
Thanks so much, Coach.
These runs may not be hitting for 6-7 yards, but they are paper cut after paper cut, and they set up the RPO game on the outside. It's exactly what they want out of the run game.
Yeah, Jordan, you and I were talking about it in the break. Very surprised that both of these teams have had success running the football on the inside.
And I think a lot of it is the misdirection, right?
Yeah.
You saw Colburn motion out and then come back in for that handoff. You're moving linebackers and creating space on the inside.
3rd down and 4 for Michigan. Off the edge. Flag is down as Perkins somehow survives it and gets it to Turner. That was an early jump coming after Perkins. I don't know how he was able to survive that.
Got 2 flags.
As Sanders was flying in on him.
Got the dead ball spot.
Look, I had him on the top of the helmet, but if you have the face grab, I didn't get any look on the grab of the face mask. So
Top of the helmet. With the quarterback coming this way, the top of the helmet, no grabbing.
DOF 41 on the defense in the neutral zone at the snap. We're going to decline the foul and take the 1st down.
41 defense, 1st down.
Offside, number 41. Defense lined in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
It was Myjai Sanders on the right side, get a little early jump. That's that initial flag, but then just watch what makes Bryce Perkins so special. I have no clue how he gets out of 1, 2, 3, 4 of these tackles and somehow gets it out of his hand and makes a play downfield.
And remember, he's not at 100% health with the ankle.
You can tell the explosiveness is not quite there, but the creativity and the upper body and lower body strength to shake off some of those tackles, spectacular.
And then he gets it to Malik Turner for a 6-yard reception, and it's a 1st down for Michigan. Since the USFL came back, they have never defeated Birmingham. This for a chance to make it to the UFL championship game. Toa lowering the shoulders and working his way to the 12-yard line for the Panthers.
2nd and 5. 2nd and 5, 11. All right, we're in. Here we go. Hey, let's go. Treaty jab. Treaty jab. Mac Florida. Treaty jab. Mac Florida.
Right straight door. Leg stretch. Deep finger. Also ready.
15 seconds. Y'all swapping over here, 21. Let the corner know you swapping.
2nd and 5, Toa again, as he is met at the 9-yard line. It'll be 3rd down from there. Take Crowder with the tackle.
Yeah, right now Michigan just putting on a clinic of manipulating linebackers. You're seeing motion on almost every single play, and the result of that is one linebacker in the box. And if you can get an offensive lineman just in front of his face, that's going to be 3 or 4 yards every single time.
11th play of this Panthers drive coming. Third down and 2. This is Perkins. Bounces it to the outside and slides down as another penalty flag reigns in.
Hold by number 69 on the offense, pulling the defender right away at that. We're gonna go from the previous spot, Crystal. Holding number 69.
Holding
number
69.
The star right guard who was previously in his career of spring pro football the starting center for Birmingham.
Oh yeah, he just whiffed at the line of scrimmage. You're gonna see right guard right there is gonna get his right hand, but this is what tells me that Bryce Perkins is not 100% healthy. He's got a corner there that he's got the speed to get to in a good angle, but you can tell he just doesn't trust that right ankle, pushing off it as much as we're used to seeing. That with a healthy Bryce Perkins, I think is a touchdown, but obviously the holding negates it either way.
Backs them all the way up to a 3rd and 12. Perkins on 3rd down. He's got to go with the shallow cross. Mariner makes his way inside the 5-yard line. It is 1st and goal, Michigan. The former Utah State star comes up big.
Look at the soft zone coverage, and all these routes clear everybody out. No one's left for Turner. Come from the left side to the right. A really good play call, and the first catch so far today for Malik Turner, for Siosi Mariner, who again, as I mentioned, led the UFL in receiving yards. Finally getting involved here in the 2nd quarter.
Mariner with a 16-yard reception on what was 3rd and 12. 1st and goal, Michigan. Perkins, as he's looking to work his way towards that goal line, gets down to the 1-yard line. Trey Norwood, the former Oklahoma defensive back. The Sooner comes up with the tackle of Bryce Perkins.
This is where Toa becomes so valuable down here. He runs so hard. He's so good at getting north and south.
Tawa already with a rushing touchdown today. He has 7 on the year, not even a full season. 2nd and goal. Perkins keeps it, and Perkins makes his way in. Bryce Perkins, quarterback who earned a Super Bowl ring with the LA Rams, trying to get his team to the UFL championship. And what a great start for Michigan today.
This is an unbelievable job by Bryce Perkins. This is a zone read. Initially, this is supposed to go outside, but this defender is pushing from the outside right there, so he just follows the running back. Right, running back gets tackled, but then there's no one left for Perkins. That's a great, savvy read on a zone read that was meant to go to the outside, but because of pressure, ducked inside.
Remember, no extra points in the UFL. They got the great 1, 2, and 3-point conversion system. As Tawa trying to get there for the conversion, and they're running in to talk it over.
Here on the Birmingham sideline, defensive tackle Perion Winfrey. You've been every bit as much cheerleader as you've been contributor, but I've also seen some frustration, some emotion. Why is that?
I mean, man, I just know what we're capable of when we do what we need to do. Right now, we're not doing our job. We're letting penalties get in the way, and Skip always talks about playing penalty, playing good football. Right now, we're not playing good football, but I know what we're capable of, and we've been down more than this, so stay tuned.
You say you got to clean it up. Is there anything they're showing you, though, that you haven't, had a good feel for yet?
Man, they're not showing us anything new. We're seeing the same thing that we've seen the past 2 times. We're just getting ourselves in trouble, but Lord willing, we're going to do what we need to do these next 3 quarters.
All right, get after it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Flag rains down as Damian Davis was on the return.
Talk to me during the return. 30. Hold, 30 during the return. 10 yards from the spot. 1st down, 30.
During the return, holding number 30. receiving team.
Spring football championship wins, and now down by 2 scores.
But no panic with this team. Remember last year's playoff game, this same matchup, Birmingham was down 18-6 before they clawed their way out of it.
Ricky Person Jr. can't get going anywhere against that Michigan front.
There we go.
Yeah, this to me feels like it's going to be a game or be a game where you have to spread it out for Jamar Smith. Let him start to manage the pass game, get the ball in the perimeter. The quick game's been so good for them. Running the ball is just not working right now. And Viking Reed here, this is going to be Jamar with the option to keep it on a quarterback draw or throw the RPO, depending on how many guys are in the box here.
Here's Smith on 2nd and 10. Takes a shot downfield. That is incomplete. Thrilled to have Michigan head coach Mike Nolan available to us right now on headsets. Mike, you got to be thrilled with the start of this game with your squad.
Yeah, no question. It's a nice start. The offense has done a nice job of controlling the football, you know, securing it, taking it down the field, running the ball, mixing in the RPO. Done a nice job. As you well know, guys, it's a long game. And last year we were up 18-6 and lost. So we know we know this is going to be a long game, a competitive game, and so we certainly aren't taking it for granted to be up by 14 right now.
Coach, I just mentioned that last year. So what is the message to your team on the sideline here with those 2 scores up, but knowing what happened last year?
Well, I haven't said anything to them quite yet, but other than, you know, look, we can think about it as a 0-0, but to them, the play calling is not going to be 0-0. They're going to just like right here. Yep.
This is a chunk play with Deon Cain as he's turning it on downfield, and an explosive, much-needed play for the Stallions.
Well, explosive plays are what this team lives and dies on. Ricky Person, the running back, with a great block to give Jamar Smith some time, and that's Deon Cain. This is what he does. He's a big play wide receiver. When you get the ball in his hands, good things happen. And remember, Michigan is thin at corner. Adonis Alexander not out there. We're seeing a lot of DJ Miller and of D. Delaney, who was just signed this week. Deon Cain making his first big impact here.
And how about that block from Davion Davis, guys? Number 13.
Broken wide open, 65-yard reception. Bryce Tornadin, the defensive back for Michigan, is still down on the field at the end of that play.
Yeah, Tornadin, one of those nickel safety guys, plays a lot of different positions on the back end. And being thin on the back end, that's not a good sign for Michigan.
As the medical staff attends to Bryce Tornadin, we will take a short break. Break through and get on the scoreboard. Smith on 1st down with time to the end zone, and Jordan Thomas comes up with the touchdown catch.
Well, it's a great job of taking coaching, not overthrowing this one. This time it's a level 2 ball. Watch how Jamar Smith drives this ball just high enough to get over the top of Arnold Tarpley and hit the big target, Jordan Thomas. That is a dime. And I love that it came right after Skip mentioned throwing the ball downfield. Don't put too much, don't throw it out of bounds. Keep it in bounds. Give your guy a chance. Not going to right on the money.
Conversion attempt. 2 big plays back to back for the Stallions to break through in this conference championship game. Smith to the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Sternberger there. 14-6. It only took 4 plays, but the big play came from Deon Cain on ABC. Man, how fearless is Halliburton?
Ridiculous. Has anybody ever had 4 game winners in one playoff run? I don't know. I will say, though, Jamar's got a little bit of Halliburton in him, right?
I agree.
It doesn't always look perfect, but in big moments, Jamar's been showing up. We saw it in his first ever action against Houston, coming in and winning the game. And when the moment seems too big, or it seems out of reach, or the team is deflated, and Jamar Smith seemingly always has an answer.
You know, he had a great interview with Cole Kublik and Greg McElroy on their local radio show, and he talked about that moment, saying, I stepped away from football, but I really had to grow up. Spent time with his son.
Jordan, you just looked over at JMR and you said, "No, that's a throw, man. That's a throw." Now I just got done talking to him, so now I got to come talk to you.
That's all him.
Get your sense of the style of throw based off of the corner route, how it came to fruition.
That's all him, man. Jay Moore's been doing a great job, man. He put the ball wherever, you know, for me, man. And I got to make a play, so I'm blessed, man, and I'm grateful.
When he came back to this roster, and you guys were going through a lot of tumultuous moves at quarterback, what did he bring to solidify and stabilize this team?
I mean, he's a vet, man. He's been on this team 3 years, won a championship, so he definitely bring that energy. So, and we all feel it, and we fueled off of it, and we just got to keep it going. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
All right, man. Good luck.
Sir, thank you.
JoJo Tillery making the tackle on Matthew Colbert. There is Jamar Smith. He brought his team right down the field with quick strike action. And now back to a one-possession game.
I told Ricky to stay in.
Second and 9. Perkins to the outside as he looks to connect with Siosi Mariner, who makes the catch at the 39-yard line.
I mean, that's just another dime. There was nowhere to put that ball. It was right on the money, but you saw there an empty formation from Marcel Belfay. Just look at the accuracy here. There's nowhere to put this ball. You want to see an NFL throw? That's an NFL throw. He's going to get a chance. Neville Clark in great coverage, but just put it where Neville Clark couldn't get it. Those are the type of throws that show you he's going to be on an NFL roster with a chance in camp.
45 on third down is Michigan. Third and short. And going straight ahead is Toa. Let's see where they mark this. He may be marked short. And it is fourth down.
And what a big answer from Birmingham defensively. Right, those runs seemingly have always been picked up by Michigan. Toa always falls forward, always picks up the 1 or 2 needed. You saw the big answer by Jamar Smith in that offense, and then on third down, stopping Michigan 12 inches short, which means Birmingham's got a chance to even this game up here before half.
Seth Vernon punting away. That's an umbrella knuckle. Patiently was looking for something, had to bounce it back to the right to pick up 3 yards.
Okay, not outside of it. It's supposed to be inside of that. Right.
Conference championship game
as
the veteran head coaches Mike Nolan and Skip Holtz face off again.
Bucks 58. Close to 2 minutes. Be aware. 9.
Second and 7 for Smith. Marable, as he is wrestled down at the 21-yard line. It'll be third down from there.
Yeah, trying to get outside here on a zone stretch play. And Michigan doing a really good job of realizing this is where Birmingham wants to attack. You can see a little bit of over pursuit there, but Noah Dawkins does a great job of redirecting.
True Vision chest cam. As you see that on Noah Dawkins, who is coming in to make the tackle. And here is third down and 5 for Smith and the Stallions. 4-man rush against Smith. That ball's picked off. It is returned by Nakua for a pick 6. Kai Nakua. Panthers roaring here. What a play.
Wow, we've mentioned a few times the playoff game last year was turnovers from Michigan's offense that allowed Birmingham back in the game. This time, Michigan's defense, and you can see Skip talking to his quarterback, that was just a mistake. Stared that one down, underneath defender, read it the whole way.
A 25-yard return on the pick six by Kai Nakua. Just when Birmingham had worked their way back into this game and then facing a third down, and Nakua does that. Conversion attempt from the Panthers. Perkins on his feet, looking for the pylon as he reaches it across and gets it in. Bryce Perkins caps it. 15-point margin as Michigan is trying to finally break through against the Stallions.
Great job changing it to his left hand here late. It's where's that right toe as that left hand reaches across. Definitely got across the pylon, but the right toe was really close to the sideline.
Come on, boy. Let's get it. Hell yeah. Come on, boy.
Bryce Perkins going back to the pick six by Kai Nakua. I think Jamar Smith is expecting Nakua to run with the running back here, and when he doesn't, he's just a hair late. Nakua.
Sampson is a teammate on this Panthers team. They're 0-7 against Birmingham in the last 3 years. And you can see that Matt Corral looks like he's getting ready to play quarterback for Birmingham. Amari Rogers on the return. And Rogers able to get just past the 30-yard line. So Jamar Smith is going to take a seat. And Matt Corral, the former Ole Miss star, who was a starting quarterback here mid-season before he was injured and missed 7 games, now in.
Real bunch, Hawk 45 Zodiac. Real bunch, Hawk 45 Zodiac.
And look, this is familiar territory for Matt Corral. Last year in the playoffs, Adrian Martinez struggled. Corral came in, let it come from behind victory. But he has not played in 7 weeks. Been on IR, a lot of rust. Interesting decision from Skip Holtz to bench the red-hot Jamar Smith with that one mistake today.
Matt Corral did it a year ago. Can he do it again and rally this team? Gets it complete on his first pass of the game to Dion Kane, out past midfield.
Oh, it's great recognition by Corral. He sees Arnold Tarpley, the safety, blitz from the second level right here, and then there's nobody. Hits Dion Kane right where Tarpley was aligned pre-snap. That shows you there's not much rush. That's great recognition.
Diamond bunch formation, and they go in that direction of Person, and Ricky Person with the blockers in front is able to get good yardage as we reach the 2-minute warning. The pick six has changed things. A big lead for Michigan, a new quarterback for the Stallions. USFL Conference Championship. Jordan down 21-6 with Corral having come in for Jamar Smith, who threw a pick six just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, maybe thinking this team as a whole needs a little bit of a spark, a little bit of a change. Down a couple scores here early in the first half.
Omaha. Ready, take.
2nd and 1. Corral to the outside as he gets it to Person, and Person will have the first down and more.
And this is what Matt Corral does best. It's the quick game. It's distributing the football, getting the ball out of his hands fast. Talking to Colin Bauer, defensive coordinator for Michigan, this is what happened week 2 when they played. Corral came in for an injured Alex Magoo and dinked and dunked him all the way down the field. Let's see if Colin Bauer decides to take away the free access at the line of scrimmage, play his DBs a little bit closer, and not allow Matt Corral to take those easy throws.
Corral steps up to the pocket, to the end zone he goes, and is batted away at the last second by Arnold Tarpley.
That is a great play by Arnold Tarpley.
There's nobody on that post.
Ball floated just a little bit. I think Skip there is saying in the helmet of Matt Corral, you didn't have anybody out in front. You could have let him just a little bit more.
Hey, Rob Ty, Hawk 41 on 1. Ready?
Great play by Tarpley to break up a touchdown there.
Omaha. Ready, take.
2nd and 10. Corral, shallow cross, Deon Cain, and Cain makes his way to the 20-yard line.
But Michigan has not adjusted yet. Defensively, they're still just playing soft zone coverage. So if I'm Skip, I keep dialing up these easy, short passes.
Both 3 wide, both 3 wide.
Omaha. Ready, set.
You see the finger pointing in the flag. As Corral's come into this game, he's 4 of 5 for 49 yards.
Runoff asked about timeouts.
Yeah, and then we got a 10-second subtraction option.
Ask if offense wants it or defense wants it.
Yep, defense there.
No, we didn't have
Coach does not want the runoff. No runoff.
So we're going to false start number 78.
False start number 78. Offense
Number 96 never made it into the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down. Defense is elected for no 10-second runoff.
Timeout to avoid the runoff. We have not played. Defense said no. Neutral.
Stallions play 3rd down. Skip really frustrated. They didn't even have a play called, so he's trying to comprehend why Keaton Sutherland would have triggered. Problem is, T.J. Carter did jump early, but he jumped and moved sideways. He didn't ever get into that neutral zone. And you heard there Colin Bauer say keep the quarterback contained. Matt Corral very mobile as well.
No timeout. We're ready to go when you are. All right. Okay.
Skip's got to gather himself here a little bit.
37. Okay, what do you like?
3-time champion Skip Holtz.
There we go. Let's go,
trying
Louise.
to dig his team out of a 15-point hole.
Here we go, Louise. Hey, Leo. Hawk 44 spoon. Leo Hawk 44 spoon.
Leo Hawk 44 spoon.
You don't hear me this?
3rd down and 7 after the penalty.
44.
Matt Corral into the game at quarterback. Corral gets it complete, turning the corner. Marlon Williams all the way down to the 1-yard line. What a throw from Matt Corral.
And this is why he was a 3rd-round pick and put up such huge numbers at Ole Miss in college. That is a tight window throw right over the middle in traffic and right on the money.
Quick to the line, 1st and goal. Matt Corral looking to spark this team. He's been excellent on this drive. Marable takes it straight in. Touchdown, Stallions. This is what playoff football should look like. Urgent, desperate, passion-based. And the Stallions getting their subs right back into it as Jamar Smith pulled from the game. Former Ole Miss star Matt Corral in.
Rio, Flo, Florida, 24 zebra hot.
Rio, Florida, 24 zebra hot. Hold on, ready?
This will be a 2-point conversion attempt.
There we go, water. Omaha. Ready, set.
Corral looks left, goes that way, and turning the corner and reaching out is Ricky Person Jr. And all of a sudden, it's just a 7-point margin.
Oh, here's the touchdown run first. You're just going to get Marable right up the gut into the A-gap. Great push up front, and then the conversion here. Matt Corral has one of the quickest releases you will see of any quarterback. Watch how fast this ball gets out of his hand, which is why he's able to beat the defender to the spot. And a great effort by Person to pick up the conversion. And just like that, Tess, this is a ball game.
Luke's.
All right. Matt thrust into duty there. I think just for context, what people don't know, when you go on IR in this league, you don't stick around, you go home.
Yeah.
So you come back after 7 weeks, you've had 1 week of practice. What was that series like?
It was good. The preparation's already done. It's already written, man. I've won. I truly, there's no reason I should be throwing that way. That's all God, man. That is truly all God. I mean, he's he's opened so many doors for me and opportunities to where, you know, I'm just blessed to be out here, man. I'm truly am. And like, I had 4 days of practice, 5 weeks off. Like, yeah, it's all gone.
What was it like managing your emotions there?
It was good. No, it's just exciting for sure. But, you know, I want to be that steady line. No high highs, no low lows.
That's good, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, it was a high over 7 plays. He was 5 of 6 for 73 yards on that touchdown drive to create an instant comeback spark for Birmingham.
Well, now a really important drive here for Michigan. They have their timeouts, 52 seconds left. Remember, Birmingham's going to get the second half kick. See if Michigan can get some points here to extend this lead.
Perkins, flag is down as Perkins gets it complete to Turner. Perkins grew up in Arizona.
18.
One of the greatest high school players in state history.
You want the 5-yard, 1st and 5?
Started at the University of Virginia, won a Super Bowl with the Rams, and now trying to get to the USFL championship game here with Michigan.
Yes, we were out of bounds.
Yes, the clock's going to go on the snap card. Give me a first.
Offside. Number 90. Defense lining up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's Bradley and I back from injury. They're happy to have him back. They've been without their two of their top 3 pass rushers, with Ronnie Perkins have been out for a while, and I was nursing an injury the last couple games. He's got a little antsy on that one.
First and 5 after the penalty. 47 seconds remaining before halftime. What a wild first half we have had, as this is complete to Jalen Moore. And Bryce Perkins now can get his team to the line and operate and manage things. 3 timeouts remaining for Michigan.
I'm surprised they didn't use a timeout right there. Approaching midfield.
Perkins steps up, avoids the pressure, once again goes to Malik Turner, and now 32 seconds remain as they cross midfield.
You see Mike Nolan there said he's going to call a timeout after this play regardless.
If the clock is running after this play, I'm calling a timeout. You heard me?
Needing about 10, 15 yards to get into field goal range. Long field goal range.
Second and 4, Perkins gets it complete for a first down to Jalen Moore. And all of a sudden, here comes Michigan.
Timeout.
And a timeout is going to, the winner here meets the XFL conference champion, St. Louis and DC. That'll be next Saturday right here on ABC, 8 p.m. prime time will be the UFL championship game in St. Louis. And this broadcast crew will have the honor of calling that game. Will DC get past St. Louis, or will St. Louis be playing in front of the home fans to try to win it all? Perkins off the timeout. He goes to Moore again. Ball came out. That's a live ball being returned by Birmingham. And would you look at this, as Daniel Isom, all of a sudden, with 13 seconds remaining before halftime, the Stallions have a chance to come all the way back.
Yeah, Mike Pereira is going to have to get a look at this, because this is a bang-bang play. Let's watch it here in real time. I'm not so sure Jalen Moore ever had firm possession of that.
Remember, ruling on the field is a fumble and a return by Isom.
Defense is under review.
And also, I think it came out after he hit the ground, too.
Have him. I got
Let's
2.
listen into the Verizon Command Center and Mike Pereira.
Yeah, this is going to come back.
But he's got to survive the ground. He's got to survive the ground.
This is Mike Pereira in the Verizon Command Center.
In order to give him down by contact, he's got to survive the ground here. So we're now looking at the element of time. So we know we have control. We know we have 2 feet. Now we need to see the element of time. Feet don't turn upfield, and the ball comes out when he hits the ground. So this is all the process of the catch. This pass is incomplete. You look at this, especially look at it in real time too. This ball is out almost immediately. So we're going to go to incomplete pass. And so we'll give you the down and distance. So it was 1st and 10. We're going to reset to 22 seconds. And it's going to be
because Jalen Moore didn't put it away in the
38.
through process of the catch, it's going to be an incomplete pass, and that is the most fortunate incomplete pass Michigan could ever have.
Yeah, I thought it was either incomplete or I think it's the ground caused the fumble there. So I don't think there was any way that Birmingham was going to get that ball in plus territory, although that would have been a heck of a game-changing play. Take a breath, Michigan fans. You still got the ball. Still on the fringe of this field goal range. 22 seconds left.
It negates a 54-yard return of the fumble. Perkins on 2nd down as he tries to hook up at the 30-yard line with Mariner, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds remain, and it's 3rd and 10.
That's just a drop by Mariner. Has had a slow start to this game. That would have got them in good field goal range, about 47-yard field goal if you would have caught that.
All right, here we go. We got
As
win.
it sits right now.
All right, here we go.
We have the win.
Rex, let's go. Rex Trey, Rip Chip, Ripper, Pin Shallow. Rex Trey, Ripper, Pin Shallow.
Let's go, hey, Rex Trey, Ripper, Pin Shallow. What's up, ready?
Pin Shallow. I think they're going to try to get the ball out of Perkins' hands quickly and pick up 3 or 4 yards here to make it just over a 50-yard field goal.
Third and 10. Perkins, he is taken all the way back to the 49-yard line and crushed by Perrion Winfrey.
Boy, watch the shallow route. You heard the play call. The shallow route is going to come right here, and there's going to be nobody on the shallow route. Perkins has got to get this ball out of his hands. It's a catch and a run, maybe for a couple more yards. At the very worst, you got a much easier field goal attempt. Instead, you take a sack, and that's halftime. You get no points.